The number one thing is our kids were already stressed before this crisis hit, so it's already exasperated, and rightly so. But there's a silver lining, and that is the kids are stuck with us for the next 3 weeks, and let's utilize it. Rituals and routines. And there are 5 of them that we can do. None of them cost a dime, but if we do them and instate them, and we do them over and over again, what happens is they can become a habit, and our kids will be able to use them without us, and everybody benefits. The first one is do recess. The kids are missing it. They need it. It reduces stress, any kind of exercise. Now, what does that mean? It could mean that the same time, ideally, each time, each day, I'll just put an alarm on your Google set. You can do teaching your kids yoga, which actually reduces stress. You could be shooting hoops outside, Red Rover, Duck, Duck, Goose, or hopscotch. It doesn't make any difference. If you have more than one child, have them rotate the roles. So the following day, brother gets to choose. The next day, sister gets to choose. But make sure you're doing something active. Then the second thing is, let's be clear that we are also in a state where we're looking at a lot of very dismal news. And the more we see that kind of news, actually it reduces our empathy and increases our stress. So one of the things you may want to consider doing is start sharing good news. And there's tons of it, Gino. We just need to be aware of it. You set up on a Google alert for good news that's going on. When your kids see it, it actually increases their sense of optimism, and it can inspire them and give us all hope. For instance, one of my favorite ones that just happened last week was a couple of siblings living out in the middle of Ohio who realized the 78-year-old neighbor was inbound by herself and needed a friend. And so they both grabbed their cellos, walked on over to their front porch, knocked on the door. She came out, kept the 10 feet distance, and they had a serenade. Another one's teens. They're fabulous at internet, and they realized, Texas ones, that there was a problem, that a lot of elderly who are inbound didn't know how to connect with their own family. So what they're doing is they're setting up free Skyping lessons, just 30 minutes. So here's how you use the app. Here's how you do Zoom. When you get done with stories like that, Gino, you can also ask your kids, hey, what are some things that we can do, and inspire them, because doing good is actually how you increase that sense of optimism in children as well. Third, FaceTime with grandma or anyone, because we know that relationships are the seed of happiness. They're really what health is all about. But we're dealing with a lot of kids right now who are text-driven, who are more comfortable texting than talking. FaceTiming on an ongoing level is a fabulous way to teach empathy. How you do it? You prime them before they get onto FaceTime. Watch grandma's face, or listen to grandpa's voice, and you'll know when it's time to maybe say goodbye. Or what can you say because he's been really feeling lonely? What you're doing is you're helping kids look at signs of emotional literacy, and that's a win-win, because not only are they having a champion of grandma or another relative, that builds health, but they're also practicing emotional literacy that's going to be the seeds of relationships when they go back into school.